Welcome to Soil Doctor, where we believe that reviving dead, depleted soil shouldn't demand backbreaking labor, costly inputs, or complicated methods. After years of experimenting with countless soil restoration strategies, I've settled on a philosophy that I call minimal effort, maximum impact. Today, I'm sharing exactly how you can bring even the most lifeless garden beds back to life using a natural, hands-off approach that leans into the intelligence of ecosystems rather than fighting against them. Along the way, I'll also introduce you to 3 incredibly effective nitrogen-fixing plants that will do much of the soil regeneration work for you. Before launching into the how-to, it's important to understand what dead soil looks and feels like. It often appears compacted and crusty when dry, lacking the softness and structure of fertile earth. There's usually no smell of life, no earthy aroma, no worms, and little sign of insects or microbial activity. Plants in this soil tend to be stunted, yellowed, and underdeveloped. Most critically, dead soil lacks a healthy soil food web, the diverse microbial community responsible for breaking down organic matter and delivering nutrients to plants. Our lazy soil revival approach centers on rebuilding that invisible but essential ecosystem. The foundation of this method is sheet mulching, a no-dig technique that mimics the way nature builds fertile soil in forests. Begin by laying down sheets of cardboard or thick layers of newspaper directly over the dead soil. So this technique acts as a weed barrier, a moisture retainer, and, well, a buffet for earthworms. It also creates the dark, damp conditions that microorganisms just love. You want to wet it thoroughly to start the decomposition process and, keep it from blowing away. Then, add a 2 to 3 inch layer of compost or aged manure right on top. It doesn't have to be premium material. Even half-finished compost will work. That's because it contains the microbial life needed to jumpstart soil recovery. Finally, top it all off with 4 to 6 inches of organic mulch. Think straw, shredded leaves, grass clippings, or wood chips. This protective layer reduces erosion, buffers temperature swings, locks in moisture, and decomposes over time to feed the emerging life below. The best part? You don't have to wait months to plant. Simply make small pockets of compost within the mulch for seeds or cut an X through the cardboard layer for larger transplants, adding compost as needed. Over the next 6 to 12 months, the layers you've built will break down naturally, allowing life to return to the soil below, without a single turn of a shovel. To give your soil an extra jumpstart, inoculate it with microbes. Collect a handful of healthy soil from a nearby forest or thriving garden. And mix it into a gallon of water with a tablespoon of unsulfured molasses. Let it brew for 24 hours, stirring occasionally. Then pour this mixture over your sheet-mulched area to introduce beneficial microorganisms. Another easy option is adding a thin layer of worm castings between your compost and mulch layers. Even a small amount brings living microbes and plant-ready nutrients that will spread as conditions improve. To truly make this lazy system work long-term, let plants do some of the heavy lifting. Clover is an excellent choice. It works as a living mulch, suppressing weeds while fixing nitrogen and improving soil structure with its dense root system. White Dutch clover is perfect for walkways and ground cover, while red clover grows taller and attracts pollinators. Fava beans not only add nitrogen but also produce a food crop and send down deep roots that open up compacted soil. Alfalfa is another powerhouse. Its deep taproot can reach 15 feet, drawing up nutrients from subsoil layers and storing them in leaves that can be cut and used as mulch after one full growing season. Lastly, remember that patience is your best ally. Real soil regeneration doesn't happen overnight. While you may see improvement in a few months, it often takes 1 to 3 full seasons to achieve truly living, fertile earth. But with time, your input diminishes as the soil becomes self-sustaining. You're not taking shortcuts here, you're tapping into the natural cycles that create abundance with minimal intervention. Thanks for joining me here on Soil Doctor. If you found this method helpful, don't Don't forget to subscribe and share this with fellow gardeners. Soil healing doesn't have to be hard, it just has to be smart. Until next time, grow well and grow easy.